I'm Geisel, and I will be doing the electrostatic separators lab today. Part 1, I had to mix salt and pepper in a cup, which I've done here. And now I have to spread the mix on a flat surface. So I'm just going to lay a little down and spread it across. Okay. Now I'm going to charge this plastic rod with this flannel. And then I will hold it about 1 centimeter above the surface of the mixture. And I'm going to turn the camera around so you can see it. Ready? Okay, so it picks up a lot of the pepper and the salt pieces and scatters them almost. Very interesting. So now I'm doing it from a different angle so you can see what it looks like. From that last experiment, you could see that the plastic rod, when charged with the flannel, attracted the pepper only, not the salt, because both are charged oppositely. So when this was rubbed with the flannel, it got a negative charge, and the pepper had positive charge. Therefore, the plastic rod, which was charged, attracted the oppositely charged pepper through induction, which is static electricity between two objects that are not touching. Okay, now for part 2 of the experiment. I have placed tiny pieces of paper at the bottom of this plastic dish, and now I'm going to cover the dish with a plastic lid so you can still see through it, like so. Now I'm placing a strip of paper across the middle third, like this, and I'm going to just tape it to make sure it doesn't come undone, just in case. Okay, now I'm rubbing the top cover with flannel. So I don't have any silk here. After I wrapped it vigorously with flannel, some of the paper came up to the top, and as you can see, it did not come to the part where the paper was. Okay, so I did the next step where I designed, I drew a design of a triangle and cut it out and taped it to the cover again and replace the long piece of paper. And as you can see, after I rubbed with the flannel again, the pieces of paper stuck more heavily where the paper was. Not where this new paper is though. As you can see, there's not very much paper, and it actually repels the paper because they are charged with the same charge. Part 2, as you could tell, the pieces of paper were attracted to the charged regions, the exposed plastic, rather than the uncharged regions, which are covered by the paper. This is because objects in general are attracted to other objects that are oppositely charged, and paper have the same charge. Therefore, the small piece of paper were not attracted to the positively charged paper on top of the lid. Number 3, in part 2, step 5, I used paper instead of pepper, but I was not able to exactly produce a pepper copy of the original design, but I did show that only the paper stuck on the exposed areas and not the paper area. So if I had enough paper in there and had charged the lid more vigorously, then I think I would have gotten a perfect triangle design. Number 4, can you think of another method to separate a mixture of salt and pepper other than the one described in part 1? Yes, while not exactly physics related, I would, absolutely physics related apparently. I would put the mixture of salt and pepper in boiling water and let the salt dissolve and the pepper would just float. And then I would pour the water mixture through cheesecloth, and the salty water would go into another cup and the pepper would stay behind, and then I would let the salt water cool and it would leave behind salt. Okay, question 5. Large electrostatic filters are used in the automobile painting industry to clean the air after a car has been sprayed with paint. Explain how they might work. I actually learned about this a little bit in AP Environmental Science when we were learning about air pollution, but I did research and I found that the fibers of the electrostatic air filter have been formulated so that when air passes by them, they generate strong static charges, and other filtration material that's part of it receive opposite charges, positive and negative. And since positively charged particles are attracted to surfaces with negative static charges, and vice versa, the dust and airborne particles are attracted to the filtration while the filter is cleaned and the air is clean.